Today we're looking at ranges of motion of the shoulder and ways to free up the glenohumeral joint in the joint capsule. As we know, the humerus is pretty much just dangling in space next to the body, only connected to the glenoid fossa by a thick ligamentous joint capsule. Because of the range of motion, it has a tendency to get tight, and when the glenohumeral joint gets tight, it can wreak havoc on the rest of the body. It can cause things like shoulder pain, neck pain, elbow pain, wrist pain, upper back pain, and a whole slew of other things. So if you are able to assess that your joint capsule is restricted, this is one of the ways that you can look into the joint capsule to get it to open. The first thing you're going to do is take your arm out to 90 degrees. Then your opposite hand comes over the top of your head and slightly pulls your head down to the side. Not so much that you get a huge stretch right here, but just enough that you traction this area of the trapezius. From here, there's two actions for you to take. The first one is difficult to see, but I'm going to distract my arm away from my body. It's a slight little pulling, tugging, stretching of the capsule itself. The next stretch is I'm going to take my shoulder and I'm going to depress it down towards the floor. At this point, you're accessing the capsule and you're gaining range of motion. You're allowing the capsule itself to stretch. In itself, this is enough to free up particular segments of the capsule, particular fibers of the capsule. But to give us a little bit more, we're going to internally rotate the shoulder and externally rotate the shoulder. Internal and external. This action should come from the shoulder and not from the elbow or the wrist. It's easy to rotate the elbow and the wrist, but it's much more difficult to get the rotation to come from the capsule. So when you do the action should come from the shoulder, not from the elbow or wrist. Internal rotation, external rotation, internal, external. You don't have to do a ton. You're going to feel this immediately and how much of an opening takes place within the shoulder. After that, take your head back up, take your arm down. Your shoulder's more free now.